Hello. Let's talk about another part of the ARMS revising strategy. The letter R stands for remove. When revising, sometimes you need to remove irrelevant information. You don't want your essay to be full of unnecessary details. Even an essay that is fairly well written, with strong arguments and evidence, can get a low score if it contains irrelevant information. So, check your essay for unnecessary or off-topic ideas, such as arguments that are unrelated to your thesis statement, off-topic examples and evidence, trivial details, or too much repetition. All of these things can distract the reader and weaken your arguments. Basically, if your essay contains unnecessary or irrelevant details, you should use the remove strategy to lighten the load. Okay. One thing you may need to remove are irrelevant arguments. These are arguments that do not relate to your specific thesis or position. Here's an example thesis statement. The voting age in the United States should remain the age of 18. And here are two possible arguments. People under the age of 18 may not be mature enough to vote responsibly. And all voters are responsible for educating themselves about the issues. Which of these would need to be removed from an essay? Well, the first one gives a clear reason to believe the thesis. It is on topic. However, the second example has nothing to do with the voting age, it is off topic, and we should remove it. Another problem to watch out for are off-topic examples and evidence. This is evidence that does not clearly support the argument you stated. As an example, let's think about our on-topic argument from before. Here are two possible evidence sentences. In many elections, the voter turnout is higher for older individuals. And younger people do not have the experience needed to understand the issues. Which one needs to be removed? The first sentence, although it gives an accurate fact, does not offer evidence about the maturity of young voters. This one is off topic and should be taken out. In contrast, the second sentence talks about age and experience. It is on topic, and we can leave it in. Trivial details can also be a big problem. These are details that are only a little bit relevant, or may be totally irrelevant, to the issues at hand. Using our example argument from before, let's look at two possible detail sentences. During elections, the voting machines are located in my local high school. And electronic voting machines are becoming more popular. Which one should we remove? In this case, both of the examples are off topic. The first example only talks about the location of voting machines, the second one talks about the popularity of certain machines. Neither sentence is relevant to the argument. Both of them need to be cut. Here is the final part of the strategy. Removing sentences that just repeat the same ideas over again. You need to be careful not to repeat yourself too much, because it makes it seem like you have nothing important to say. In this example paragraph, there is a repetitive sentence. Can you find it? It's the third sentence, which says, 18-year-olds should definitely be allowed to vote for those reasons. This sentence basically repeats the topic sentence at the beginning of the paragraph. So, let's remove it. In sum, one way to revise an essay is to remove any arguments, evidence or details that do not directly and clearly support your main ideas. Avoid distracting or confusing your reader. And don't repeat yourself just to make your essay longer. Well, that's all for this topic. When you're done, you can close this window to go to the checkpoint.